We're here for the attendance power half hour. What I'm going to do is walk you through what it looks like in a course, just kind of a fake course that we have, and then I'll walk you through how to actually go and use the tool. TCU Online, our new platform, includes an attendance feature that is independent from the grades tool. There are two pieces to attendance. There's a scheme, which provides the criteria for marking attendance. That's the status, like present, tardy, and so on. And then the register, which are entries used to track attendance. So in this example, it's day 1, day 2, and so on. Attendance can also be used to mark and record participation as well. And a student, just like the gradebook, they can only see their own attendance. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse here. This is what a register would look like. You have your list of students. You can have day 1, 2, 3, all those sessions, and then you indicate if it's present, tardy, absent. You can do whatever kind of scheme makes sense for you. You also can set up a percentage, so it'll shine red whenever there is somebody who may be of concern for you that you need to check up on. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to this other course and show you how we go about building this. So within all of your courses, under the People menu in your navigation bar, there is attendance. And there's 2 links at the top, and typically in this platform, we always start with the right link. So we're going to start with the schemes. There are a few organizational defaults available to you. We have a system scheme, which is actually the same as this present and absent one. Basically, your options are to use, they're either here or they're not, present, absent. There's also one that's present, tardy, and absent. And you're welcome to select any of these to go ahead and use in your course. Or if you want to create your own, you would simply go to New Scheme. You title it. I'm going to just call it example scheme. And the symbol would be that P for present or, A for absent. I'm going to do present, P, present. And this percentage is really important for setting up in the registrar in the next step so that you see which students are not meeting a particular attendance threshold. So if they're present, it's 100%. Absent, I am doing this backwards. Absent might be 0. Excuse, there we go. I feel like these should be backwards in my mind today. Excused might be 100%, and then you may want to add another one. I have to save it first. And we'll do tardy. And that might be, 70%. I can change the order of each of these. So if I wanted absent to be at the bottom, I can select that to be in order 4 and save. So at this point in this course, we have the possibility to be present, excused, tardy, or absent. Once you have your scheme set up, you would just click Save and then Close. So now you have your course scheme that you can set as your default. So now that your scheme is set up, so you know what you're going to assess against, you would go to your register. So we would create our register. There's an example already here, but we're going to create this as power half hour attendance. You can add a description if you'd like. Remember a moment ago I said our new example scheme is default, but if you hadn't done that, you can go and select one of the other ones that are there. The cause for concern, remember a moment ago I said there is this option to, or there's that percentage that you can put. So if you wanted it to raise a little flag for you, if somebody had 70% or under, then it'll show up a little alert. And that would look like this little red with the, the exclamation point. So in this example, I'm going to do 70% for concern. Visibility, you can allow your users, your students, to see the register so that they can see, oh gosh, I was present or I wasn't, and be able to see exactly what you're seeing. Of course, they would only see their own attendance. Under users, you have the option to include all the students in the class, or you can do it specific to groups or sections. So that's a possibility for you. The sessions are whatever you want it to be called. So if you want to do week 1, week 2, you can do that. You can do a specific date like Tuesday, October 25th. And then, if you had Tuesday, Thursday, you would put each specific course or date in there. You can do Monday, Wednesday. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can also do a special event. So if you had a theater performance they needed to go see, you can add that in. So for this example, I'm going to pretend it's a Tuesday, Thursday course, and then I'm going to say there was a special event on October 30th. I can add a description if I wanted to and change the order here or delete them. And I can add more sessions. So if I wanted to do, one for every day, I can add that in. So just for this example, I'm going to just have these 3. I click Save, and then I click Close. So now my register is here, and I can select that, or there's a context menu here where I can edit it, delete, or view that data. I'm going to just select the title here. So it has my students listed, and then it has each session that I created. Remember, I had Tuesday, Thursday, and then the special event. There are totals columns, so I can see, how many presents, excused, tardy, absent, and then it'll start tabulating the attendance. So to actually assess one of these sessions for their status of present or absent, I just select the little icon that's a little pencil with a little register on it. And there's a couple ways that you can set your status of your students. If you wanted to do it in one swoop, you could check specific boxes, or there's a checkbox up here that checks the entire class. And then you can select Set Status and set everybody to present, and then save it. So then if we knew that, Amelia Earhart was absent today, I can go and select that to change her status specifically. And then maybe Frida was excused. Maybe she's an athlete and she was out today. And maybe John Lennon was tardy. So once we have that, we just save it. And then we close. So this will come back to our main attendance register, and you see that so far Amelia Earhart, she was absent today, so she has a little red flag as cause for concern. As we go in and enter these, it'll start changing, and you'll be able to look in a glance and see if there's anybody that you need to reach out to. You can export this register to Excel, and it will bring up a page where you can download it. And let me go pull that up. It will open in Excel, and you can go and view, how somebody did. Now, it's not connected to the grades tool. So if you wanted to bring these into grades, you can set up a grade item called participation or, attendance or whatever it might be with your syllabus. And you can pull these grades over or, do your formulaic magic to put it into the register or in the grades register. So that Excel button is available to you. And I also want to mention there's this email all users. So if you wanted to email from here, or if we go back into one of these sessions, you can go and say, oh, I really want to email Amelia right now. She was absent. I didn't know why. Check the box and then send an email. And it will populate her in the BCC field, and you can go send your email to them. So this was a super fast one because it's a super simple tool. So at this point, my little demo is actually done. So I want to open up the floor to questions. And if you want me to walk through anything or if you just have questions about the tool, let me know.
So, Carrie, this is
Uh-huh.
Laura.
Yes.
How would you, let's say, I have two questions. One is, do I have to attendance, or can I have students complete their attendance and it would time date when they checked that they were there?
Only instructors and I believe teaching assistants can mark off attendance.
Okay. And the second question is, how do you import it over to the grade book so that you could do an attendance or a participation grade?
Okay, so it looks like Stephanie in the chat window had a similar question. So let me jump over here, and it looks like this grade book is not set up yet. Nope. So what I would do, this is going to be grades as a whole other tool, but so excuse the quick and dirtiness of it, but you would
Right.
create a
Okay.
grade item, and I'm going to say it's a numeric item, and I would call it attendance. I'm just going to say it's 100 points possible. You obviously would consult with your syllabus about that,
Right.
and you just save and close. And so then when I go into the grade book, I go to well, so I go in and grade all for that attendance, and I can go and grab this and paste it in, or I can consult it. There is a way to use import and export in the gradebook as well. So what I would actually recommend, either if you want to do it manually by consulting the Excel spreadsheet and then paste it in, or you can go and export your gradebook